Hello, good morning, guys. Yeah, how are you doing today? I believe you are good. Yeah, I want to talk about the subject of risk taking risk this morning. Yeah, and I believe this doesn't pertain to everyone, anyways. But if you are the type that wants to live above the average, if you are this guy that is desirous of being wealthy or being rich, not just being able to eat or wear clothes, or pay your rent. If you are the guy that you want to buy your house, you want to build your house, you want to be able to afford life necessities for you and your family, and still have savings in your account and the rest, yeah, you want to be able to afford anything you desire, not just things you need. I guess this video is for you. Yeah, risk. A lot of people desire good things of life, but they don't like to take risk. They are never a risk taker. Whenever they hear or see an opportunity to take risk, their mind trembles, they shake. They're like, oh, what if? The question that comes to their head now is, what if I lose my money? What if I waste my time? What if I lose my investment? They will give themselves 100 reasons not to do that business. But let me shock you, there's no way you are going to get wealthy. There's no way you are going to live that level you are if you are just a salary earner. No matter how much you earn, except you also steal or you also use your biro to turn 10,000 to 10 million, But other than that, if you are this proper guy or proper lady and you're just earning, just name it. And it doesn't matter where you are, whether you are in Nigeria, you are in Europe, you are in America, it doesn't matter. If you just do your 9 to 5, you're just only going to be able to afford your basic essentials, which is you'll be able to pay your rent, you'll be able to feed your family, you'll be able to clothe yourself and your family. And maybe you can have some minimum savings in your account, You may still be able to drive a car, and buy fuel in it and stuff like that. But you won't be able to have that kind of money in your account that you can just throw away or you can just use to do some other investments and stuff like that. And such persons are just a major issue away from being broke, from being bankrupt. Just one accident, when you are liable to someone in tort for personal injury or what have you, or you have destroyed or you have damaged someone's property. Imagine you are just driving and you batch a car of maybe 90 million naira, or maybe a car of 30,000 pounds. That's a lot of problem for you because you don't have savings. You are not a risk taker. You only like to not to take risk. So the message I'm dropping here is that if you are desirous, I said this from the start that this video is not for everyone, but if you are this person that is desirous to live that level you are, to change that story for your family, you just have to do something extra. You can't just rely or depend only on that your salary, no matter what is what. Especially in my country, Nigeria today, that the value of money is just next to nothing. But you have to do business. That's the bottom line of what I'm saying. But in business, you have to take risk. And when I talk of risk, I don't just mean you should just take risk because they have said you have to take risk. No, it has to be a calculated risk. It has to be a risk that is based on reasoning, that is based on logic, that is based on scenario. People must have taken that risk or similar risk, and you must have seen that it turns out well most of the time. It may not be 100% of the time, but at least some 60-70% success, 80% success. It's fine for you to to set that action in motion, you know. Except that you're not going to leave that level you are. So if you are fine with that level you are, that's fine. It doesn't matter where you are. You know, you might be in Europe. If you rely only on salary, you know, especially if you are on a minimum wage salary, you will be able to afford basic things of life. Don't get me wrong, in abroad, in Europe, you know, but you may not be able to do some other things that you may desire to do, except if you begin to cultivate the mind of taking some risk, you know. So the amount of risk that you take per time now depends on your mind, how big your mind, your heart is to carry it. But once you start, your mind becomes bigger. And another problem with people is people from Africa or people from Nigeria is they don't like to share their business ideas, you know. They are scared someone is going to make use of it, or someone, you know, people can be stingy. And if you are stingy, if you are the type that cannot share your business idea, especially because you need advice, you need guidance, and most of the time you need collaboration, you need partnership. You know, partnership, you know, it can be a general partnership, it can be a limited liability partnership, that's LLP. Partnership is a major way of doing business if you don't want to register a company. But in all of this, you have to collaborate with people. You need other people's idea. But one problem with our people again is that they don't love to share their business idea. So they rather let that idea perish within them than to share it. So I don't want this group to be unnecessarily too long, you know, but there's more to say. But let's just start from here. So let me have your thoughts about this. What do you think about what I've said? If you have any business idea within you and you don't want to share it, but take it from me today, I said you have to share it. So drop it in the comment section, or private chat me, let's talk about it, let's look at it together. And that's why most individuals in Europe, in South America, you know, that's why in Canada and the rest, that's why the people progress, because people don't have any problem sharing the idea. And when you share your idea, you stand a chance of seeing someone or an organization that is going to help you, collaborate with you. But if you don't share it, it will rather perish within you. So let's drop your comments. Are you a risk taker? Do you like to take risk? Have you taken some risk in the past that have gone fine, or that has taken you aback? Let's hear and let's discuss about it. Thank you.